Here's Brody Brazil.
So a while back, I completed my 100th Peloton bike ride. What, can't you tell? And there is something about the century mark in the Peloton community. It's not just the free t-shirt, which you actually do get mailed to you, but it's more about the fact that after 100 rides, number one, you're truly invested in something. Whether you did 100 rides in 100 days or 300 days or even 2 years' time. Like, the number 100 of doing anything is a lot. But also after 100 rides, you really do get the sense and the feeling that you know something. You know what it's all about. You've got a pretty good read on the vibe. And so that's where I'm at right now. In fact, a little past that. But I feel like I want to pass on what I've learned about Peloton, what I like about it, what I could share with you if you're actually considering joining the community. The first aspect that I want to discuss is the technology, which, yes, largely does center around the bike itself. Now, I'm not going to lie, it is expensive, and it's also very well built, though. I mean, you truly get a feeling of you get what you pay for in this bike. And there's also typically been a pretty long wait list to even get one of these bikes. And I'm not talking about 2 days or 2 weeks. It's been 2 months or more as popularity of these bikes has dramatically skyrocketed. But overall, like I said, what you're getting for this and what you're also getting for a monthly subscription of less than $40 is quite high. The quality of this bike, the materials it's built with, the fact that it's modular, if there were something to go wrong, I feel like it's pretty easily replaced. This thing is well built. It's well worth the cost. And in my opinion, it's well worth the wait. And after 100 rides, I have put it through its paces, and I'm confirming my feelings right now for how well this bike and the technology are put together. Now, a large part of the technology is the touchscreen right out front. It is the brains of this operation. And the screen is not only impressive in size, but also in quality. I've had no problems navigating. I've had no connectivity issues. It's been quite robust from start to finish. It's also modern. You know, this is not a technology you're buying into that's going to be outdated in 3 weeks or 3 months' time. I don't even know how many times it's updated already, but I feel like every couple weeks there's a new software update, and with it, new features that come along, things that I was thinking about like, hey, that might be a good idea. And then, sure enough, there you have it right on the screen. So you're buying a product that is constantly going to be updated and improved over time, as opposed to something that is going to become a dinosaur sooner than later. Now, I'm also a person to utilize the heart monitor. I wear it around my chest, and I've been wearing one of these for years now in other workout capacities, but I love the way it works here on the Peloton in real time, right on the screen. Your heart rate, as well as a percentage of what your body is capable of doing in terms of output. And realistically, a lot of you probably know, if you work out a bunch already, you don't even need to see what that heart rate monitor is telling you anymore. Like, you could close your eyes, take a good guess at how many beats per minute you're doing, and you may be plus or minus 3 or 4 either way. Like, I don't need it anymore, but it's great to know and it's great to see right there on the screen exactly what my body is doing at any state of a workout, so I can truly recognize days that I'm not pushing myself enough, or quite honestly, days where I'm fighting an uphill battle and I just want to get through it, but I'm also recognizing that my body is working hard, even though it may not be feeling 100%. You know what I'm talking about. For the bike itself, while you're doing these rides, super simple to interpret. 3 numbers across the bottom. They all are part of the same equation. Cadence on the left, resistance on the right, and total output right in the center. Cadence obviously being how fast your feet are pedaling. Resistance is the dial right in the middle of the bike that increases the tension, that makes you either feel like you're on a flat road or you're going up a hill of different steepnesses. Steepnesses, is that a word? So all of that changed throughout the workout, and all of that is on request by the instructor. So they may say, give me this cadence and give me this resistance. It's easy to see exactly where you're at in this workout. The numbers right across the bottom of the screen. Make that simple. And like I said, the same thing with the heart rate monitor. When I'm working out, I'm not trying to pay attention to all this stuff. I want my brain to be tuning out, and I want my body to be tuning in. And all of these metrics right in front of your face. It makes it really simple to tune out, enjoy the workout, and let your body get the exercise that it needs. So all of that put together is a great experience technologically from perspectives of the bike. But what about everything else? And you can schedule your workouts on the bike. You can track your progress on the bike. You don't need an iPhone or any kind of other device to operate the Peloton successfully. But I will say, in terms of that technology, one of the other great features of this is the app. And I do have an iPhone, so I use the iOS version of their app, and it's awesome. Again, to track my workouts, to track my progress, to share results of a workout with friends or on social media, or to figure out what class I'm going to take later or see what new classes are out there. And these are things you can do all while you're nowhere near your bike, you're nowhere near your home. So you can do this at any time of the day. And you also can do running programs, which I'll get into later. It's not just riding the bike. Peloton is thought of as just the bike and that's it. There's so much more to get into, but you can also run with this thing. It'll play music with you. It'll track your GPS route of where you ran, your distance, all that stuff. So technology for Peloton is great. It doesn't hold them back one bit. I'm a person who geeks out off of all this technology stuff, but I would also tell you that people I know who are parents and grandparents who couldn't care less about all the extra bells and whistles of technology, none of this would inhibit them from enjoying the technology that Peloton offers. Aspect number 2 that I want to discuss are the people of Peloton. Now, wait a second. Aren't you getting this bike because you want to enjoy workouts in the comfort of your own home with nobody else there? Yeah, but that's what makes Peloton instructors so darn impressive, because oftentimes I find myself feeling like they're actually in the same room with me, like they can see me during the workout. They know when I need that extra kick or push, and they somehow find the way to give it to me. It really is amazing. They have to be at the top of their class in what they do. Peloton instructors, to keep a workout interesting, to be informative, to be a motivator, to keep everything on target. They are very talented at their craft. I do have to say, as much as you're investing in this bike and the technology behind it, you're also investing in the people. And they equal anything else. In fact, they are better than anything else that Peloton has. I'll share with you here that when I choose to take a class, there are a handful of considerations. And one of the first things is, how much free time do I have? Do I have the opportunity to do a 45 today, or am I just doing a 20, or do I feel like a 30 might be right in terms of minutes? But another thing I might look at is, what kind of music would I enjoy today? And also, what kind of workout is this? Do I need a low impact day? Is this a high intensity interval training day? Am I doing a Tabata ride? Is it a themed ride? So there's a lot of different considerations, but the one biggest thing above all of that is who's teaching this class. Not everybody's my cup of tea. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't avoid anybody on there, but what I find myself doing is gravitating to instructors, and there's a lot of them on there that I really, really prefer. And a lot of times I find myself taking a class that otherwise I would not have been interested in. I would have not clicked on. But I want to ride with that person on that given day. So I really have to say that one of the most important aspects of Peloton are the people, the instructors. I'm glad to see that in their marketing, in the way that Peloton pushes their product. I think you would agree. If you already have one, you have your favorite people that you like to work out with. I'm glad that they make the people equal part of the product as the equipment itself. The people are truly stars of the Peloton experience. And I also want to point this out too. When I mention people of Peloton, You don't have to be isolated in your workouts. You can do live classes, which I think is really neat. Now, in my experience, I generally don't do a lot of them just based on time of day and when I have the opportunity to do it. But you can, whether you're live or whether it's a pre-recorded class that maybe you could sync up with a friend, there's a camera right on the Peloton. You can sync up your workouts with friends. You can video conference them right on the bike itself. So I do have to say, in this time and age of a global pandemic, when people are, for good reason, generally trying to stay away from each other, it is very cool that technology here is already built in, that you can connect with other people, your friends that are also doing rides on a Peloton. I don't know of many other ways and services that give you this kind of opportunity. So point number 2, the people of Peloton make it great. Third and final aspect I want to discuss is the actual experience of a Peloton. Now, riding the same bike over and over for many months or years, as some people do, you think it would get tedious and repetitive and boring. But it absolutely does not. And I find myself surprised in that. I thought a year ago when I invested in a Peloton, I thought I might get tired of it. I was worried that I'd be worn out on it. But that definitely has not been the case. And there's a couple different reasons why I find that to be. I'll begin with the fact that just progress is so easily tracked and metrics are given so clear. You can see and feel what you're doing, and you know it by the way your body feels. Forget all the numbers, forget all the personal records, all that stuff. I mean, it's great to talk about and compare with your friends, and yes, that is part of the experience. It's a very social thing to chat with other people who are also doing same workouts and trying to get same physical results as you are. But the fact that you can track all this, again, I mentioned before the iPhone app, right on the screen, it's so easily interpreted to see how far you've come, when you made the biggest pushes, and to compare what you're doing now to a week ago, a month ago, or even a year ago. And I also think as part of the experience, like I was saying, the sharing aspect. Now, don't get me wrong here. There is a faction of people who believe that too much Peloton ride data is shared on social media. And I can't say I wholly disagree with that. Yeah, I don't need to know every workout you took. I will say that. and I try not to share too much either. But the fact that you can is very cool. And forget advertising. People are proud of their workout. They want to share, and they also want to share with their friends who might be doing the exact same thing. So I do, overall, like I said, can it be overkill from some and for some? Yes. But I generally enjoy the fact that you can share what you're doing and the workouts you're doing and the results you're getting via Peloton. Also, part of the experience are constant new challenges. Now, I have to admit here, full disclosure, I am not the most participating in all the challenges that they have. Fewer than more for me. But my wife does a bunch of these. She gets into it. She'll get an email saying, hey, we're doing this challenge. Can you ride for 150 miles in this calendar month? Sure enough, she's tracking day by day to make sure she gets to 150 miles before the calendar turns. And again, that is such a cool way to motivate people. It's not for everybody, and it doesn't have to be, because you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But for people out there who that is their thing, this is what makes Peloton interesting. It makes it ever-changing. Challenges, I also mentioned some of the themed rides they do. They constantly come out with a new artist series. If you're into rock, if you're into rap, if you're into EDM or country music, there are artists that collaborate with Peloton, and you can do whole rides based on one artist or one genre or one theme of music that is very popular and very specific. So there's constantly something new coming down the pipeline. I also want to mention here that, and I alluded to this before, Peloton is so much more than the bike. And here I am telling you I'm guilty of this again, because most of the workouts I do, like literally 99% of them, are cycling on the bike. But there's floor exercises, there's free weights, there's things you can do with very light weights, there's stretching classes, there's foam rolling classes, there's yoga, there's meditation, and on and on and on. And just think about this. You're getting all of this for the same essentially $40 a month as I record this right now. At least that's the deal I have. That's a lot of different services, and that's a lot of different variation that you're getting for one cost, all on demand, all at the opportunity that you want to do it. And that is the last point I want to make in all of this. The freedom of flexibility in a time and an age of being busy. If you're a parent like I am, if you have a crazy job schedule like I do most times, it's hard to be in sync with the rest of the world and when they want to work out and the classes they want to take. And I am a person who absolutely loved and will still love doing a workout with a group of people. I really do feel like it takes me back to playing amateur sports. I love it. Working out with people, as I discovered in my early to mid 30s, I wasn't doing that before then, but working out in groups is a tremendous motivator, great inspiration. It keeps you accountable. It keeps you involved. And Peloton, even though you're doing this all by yourself, like I said, in the comfort of your own home, there's something about it which does replicate and simulate all the best parts of working out in a group. But the best part is that you get to do it on your own time, comfort of your own home. Doesn't take you a half hour to drive somewhere to get to the facility of where you're working out. So it offers you so many flexibilities of what you want to do, what you're trying to accomplish, because it's always there for you. I realize I've rambled on quite a bit about Peloton and my experience after 100 rides, but that's how passionate I am about this product. That's how much I believe in it. That's how cool I really think it is, and also what it's capable of in the future. Crazy enough, I still believe that they're going to expand to more and bigger and better and greater. And I literally can't wait to be along for the ride. See what I did there?